Supriya Srinath, I want to begin by asking you, ma'am, why does Rahul Gandhi believe our jawans got bashed up in Arunachal Pradesh? His comment is, जिन्होंने हमारे जवानों को पीट दिया. Ma'am, did our jawans get bashed up or beaten up in Arunachal Pradesh?
Actually, I have a counter question for those in power, because I hear too many ministers and MPs making a lot of noise about Rahul Gandhi's statement. Why doesn't one of them come on record? Not one of them has come on record to answer one very important question. At a time when the two armies are at it, why are we increasing trade with China? Do you know what is the trade deficit with China that the Modi government inherited? $36 billion, which has more than doubled under Mr. Modi's watch to $73 billion. In some sense, we are funding the PLA to do what they are doing at the LAC, first at Ladakh, then in Arunachal. Don't listen to us, don't listen to Rahul Gandhi, don't listen to the Congress, you don't want to listen to the Parliament. At least listen to a man who's been elected on your own ticket in Arunachal, Mr. Tabir Gaon. He's tired and exhausted of telling you on the floor of the House that the Chinese incursion is happening, that the Chinese are building villages, that the Chinese have entered Arunachal. You want to pay no heed, and instead you want to fund the Chinese army.
Ma'am, it was your opening statement. I did not interrupt you. I did not interrupt you.
20 seconds.
Go ahead, ma'am.
If you can, go ahead.
Opening
comment. Give me 20 seconds. I also have one other important point to make.
Yes.
Just an important point. 20 seconds only. Mr. Modi claimed to this country, he of course lied to this country saying koi ghusa hua nahi hai, that's another thing, and the Chinese PLA uses the same language as the Prime Minister. I'm not touching that. But Mr. Modi claimed to have banned 59 apps in 2020 after 20 of our brave hearts died. Those same apps are providing money to the Prime Minister Cares Fund.
Fair enough.
30 crore by TikTok.
You've made these points. My point remains, you haven't answered the question I asked you. You've chosen not to answer the question I asked you. Why does Rahul Gandhi believe our soldiers got bashed up in Arunachal Pradesh? But Sanju Verma, why is the government shying away from a debate in Parliament? The opposition wants the Prime Minister to make a statement. Mallikarjun Kharge says the Prime Minister is like a mouse when it comes to China.
Gaurav, first and foremost, now I hope I will not be interjected when I speak. I heard what the Congress panelists had to say. Let's be very clear that it is thanks to Narendra Modi that the same China, which has a border dispute with more than 24 countries, and has been an aggressor and has adopted an expansionist approach throughout the globe. For the first time in the last so many years of Chinese history, and even in the last 75 years, it's never happened that China has been forced to voluntarily disengage, which happened post Galwan in February 2021. So please stop mocking Narendra Modi, point number one. Point number two, has any Congress leader even sent one cursory tweet celebrating the successful test launch of Agni 5 missile, which has an operational range of as much as 8,000 kilometers, which means हम China के अंदर घुस के उनको मात दे सकते हैं? No. Did any Congressy celebrate the fact that while there were injuries on both sides, हमारे जवानों ने चीनी सेना की पिटाई की? But what does Rahul Gandhi say? चीन की सेना ने भारतीय नौजवानों की पिटाई कर दी, and he uses the Vijay Diwas to make such an embarrassingly shameful comment, which only shows Rahul Gandhi को मोदी विरोध के चलते चलते देश विरोध करने में कोई आपत्ति नहीं है. I will end by saying one thing, Gaurav, because you asked me an important question. Please let me answer this. The difference today between the Modi government and say Indira Gandhi 1971. In 1971, during the Indo-Pak war, Gaurav, that the USA was forcing India to commit to a ceasefire, which we did not agree to.
Okay,
right,
ma'am, I'm not talking about 71 right now. I will stick to the issue. Ma'am, time is of essence. General Kulkarni, what's the ground reality? Did our soldiers get bashed up in Arunachal Pradesh? Did China have an upper hand in Yangtze?
Thank you, Gaurav. There's been a lot of controversy on it. but let me be honest, since I've been there, I was there in 1999, I've been there on and off as both commanding officer and as a brigade commander and subsequent also over there. Well, these kind of incidents, incursions, the Chinese do attempt, and especially at Yangtze. We've been handling it in a manner that we do not allow them to establish a foothold on Yangtze. We do ensure that they vacate that area. And well, in this particular incident that we are referring to, the number was large, over 300, some say 600. And the timing was incorrect because it was 3 o'clock in the morning. The Chinese attempted to change this, alter the status quo, that is the first thing. But we ensured that they did not succeed. And when a flare-up takes place and when the tempers are high, both sides are fighting with each other to push. So therefore, it will be incorrect to say that the Indian army got bashed up. In this instance itself, the Indian army bashed them up.